Boy, you the one that was on another date while I was in the back. Yes, you were wrong. Yes, you were. You were wrong. I'm the one that got ghosted.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. I didn't treat it like it was long distance. Like, I still made it
honestly,
as if we were right next to each other. He's unbuckling his seatbelt. He leans in for a kiss. Are you in? Run! You gotta let him hang, girls.
Okay, I got a story. Met on an app called Mutual.
It was the worst date for me, and I was like, good night. Boy, I'm telling you right now, that girl likes you.
Hello, and welcome to Scene and Steve. She's going to mimic me while we read 10 questions. We're going to go through, and as we answer the questions, we're going to try some hot sauce that she was kind enough to get me as a Christmas present this year.
Last year.
Okay, last year, 2024, which was about a week ago. It goes up in heat. It goes sweet Thai chili, so not hot at all the way up to Tia Lupita Foods hot sauce, which on the box it's saying that it's the hottest out of these 5. We'll be the judge of that, and we'll go from there.
Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. What are the pros and cons to breaking the long distance?
So, little backstory real quick. Maxine and I, we met on an app called Mutual that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints came up with for single adults back on April 4th, my time, April 5th, her time, of 2020, met on there and started talking. So one major pro to finally marrying her and being so close is that I get to bug her every day. That I get to see her. I get to make her smile. I get to make her laugh. We get to do videos together. I get to read, and she gets to listen. But those are a few of my pros. So cons, I don't really have any as of yet, because Maxine is a fantastic person. She's very kind. She's very polite. She can get hangry very quickly. But she makes some amazing food, like the chicken and the fries here she cooked and made. So while she's digging into her chicken, I'm going to get a question. What is this one? Melinda's Black Truffle Hot Sauce.
That doesn't look hot at all.
It actually smells and...
It smells really good.
Yeah. So my question is, who made the first move?
You did.
I did? Mm-hmm. How did I make the first move?
Well, you swiped up on me first. And you messaged me first. And you were like, you asked me about the time and then what the weather was like, and I said, oh, it's like raining, and then I pretty much said, oh, I'm basically your future, flirting. And he didn't get the hint. He was, yeah, you didn't even, I was like flirting with him, and I'm not even a good flirt. And Stephen was like, oh, well, that's nice. What does the future look like tomorrow? And then I was like, oh, there's some potential there, but ask me in a month's time. And then again flirting, and Stephen was like, oh, I meant like how's the weather tomorrow? And I was like, wow, okay, he really don't get it. What were some setbacks? The Stonewall Kitchen buffalo wing sauce.
That's not bad.
Okay. What were some setbacks?
The distance. Time. So when you meet somebody that's half a world away from you, it is not the easiest getting hold of them. Okay, yeah, I was able to talk to you, but in the States, I'm used to talking back and forth, messaging back and forth in real time. There's about a 16 to 18 hour difference depending on what time of year you're talking. So during that time, there were hours where I was hoping that she would respond, but she was sound asleep. And probably likewise, there were hours where she was hoping that I would respond, but I was asleep.
Yeah.
So the time difference was one major setback. The distance was another, because saying, oh, let me hop on a plane and fly over is not a reality when plane tickets, especially during COVID, are $1,600 to $2,000 for just economy seats. Like, there was no cheap way around this. Along with that, for about 2 years, Australia and New Zealand were locked down, so you couldn't fly in or out of the country. A lot of people were just kind of stuck there for the longest time, and yeah, that was probably the biggest setback. Was the distance for both of us, at least on my side.
We spent one Christmas together out of 4 years of dating.
Was it 3?
No.
No, just one. Oh no, it was your birthday. That's what I'm thinking of. We spent 2 of your birthdays together.
We did? No, we only spent 1 together.
But we got married in the second time that you flew out.
Oh yeah, I wasn't counting the one before we got married. Yeah, mine would be holidays, like not being able to spend Christmas together, Valentine's Day, but we still sent packages to each other. And Stephen always sent me flowers with a box of
Sancho.
Yeah, churro, and I barely have any, and my whole family would just like, my dad and my brother.
They were very grateful that I would send her a box of Sancho.
But yeah, that was like my dad's favorite time of the year. Was Valentine's Day, because he knew that Stephen was sending a picnic box of churros to the house.
Like, hey, you got your package.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so, or you would send stuff and you wouldn't tell me, but my mom's like, oh look, Stephen, she sent me a photo already. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it was meant to be a surprise.
Everything I've done was meant to be a surprise for you.
Yeah. Not only that, the setbacks were, I think, the visa.
Yeah.
Getting my K1 fiance visa to move to the States.
And I think maybe in the next video we'll go into more detail about the K1 visa process and kind of like what's changed, what you need to expect.
No, yeah, that was a setback for us. It took us a year to get the K1 visa. But a lot of good things also happened during that. Just a lot of...
Yeah, no, it actually worked out in the better that she got her visa now than she did about a year ago.
Yeah. What's the next question? Oh, do I have to try the hot one? No, I haven't tried this one, have I?
Kind of timid about it. Okay, well, while Maxine is one step behind me in the hot sauce, my question is, what was it like meeting each other's families for the first time? Okay, I got a story. Okay, so size difference. First off,
what you trying to say?
No. People, number of people. My family, my immediate family is 4 people. That's my parents, my sister, and myself. I'm the oldest of us 2. Maxine's family is like 80 to 90 people. So imagine this. You fly in. No, you don't like buffalo?
No.
Okay, so you're flying in. You land. Maxine meets you with her family, like her youngest sister and her mom.
Oh, yeah.
We drive home. I'm kind of really jet lagged. And as we're driving, we're talking. They're explaining, oh, yeah, we're going to have family over. In my mind, because small family, mind you.
Not that day.
It was that day. No, 2 days after. Anyway, but mind you, a family gathering for me is maybe 10 people total. Because that's the extended family. Yeah, or less. Because that's my extended family that lives close to us. A couple days in, we're out getting stuff. We're going through a park. I propose to her. So this is after we fly, after I meet her immediate family, after they take us out to dinner. We eat at a really nice Japanese restaurant. I get her mom and dad's blessing, saying yes, I can.
I knew what you were up to.
She knew, but she didn't admit it. But then we went back to the car. The next day, we went to this garden, which was amazing. Yeah. It was a little rainy, but it was still amazing nonetheless. I proposed. She said yes. Here we are today. We get back in the car. We're hunting down her family that was supposed to record the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
I told them one spot. We changed it because it was raining and Maxine didn't want to get her makeup ruined. Fast forward 3 hours. We're walking in through the door, and I am not making this number up as much as I want to. There were 87 people in their house, all relatives that lived within about a 5 to 10 mile radius.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just shell-shocked. Because, mind you, some of these guys were twice my size, both in height and width, that it scared me.
You're scared?
Oh, yeah. A couple of those guys, I was like, oh, snap. I don't want to piss you off. You can just throw me out. Quite literally. And so, like, we're hanging out, and then as soon as they found out that I can speak Japanese, and they had me say a few things, like, the mood just changed. Like, everyone was laughing, everyone was talking, we all got to know each other.
Because they watch anime.
And, yeah. I wish we were closer. I really do. Because it'd be really cool to hang out with a lot of them.
Yeah. For me, the day Mom and Kat picked up Steven from the airport. I was going to say hospital. We got home, and at that time, my dad and my two brothers all worked together. And they were so excited to meet Steven, they actually came home. Like midday during their shift, they just came home and were like, oh hey, like met Steven.
They're like, hey, nice to meet you, we gotta go, you down for dinner? Okay, sounds good, see you, bye.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was cool.
Yeah, they were really excited to meet Steven. And my dad, his first impression, he liked you before he even met you.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But meeting your family, I was scared. Like, I was afraid. Like, I was nervous meeting, even though, we had spoken before that and we were sending packages to each other, I was still really nervous to meet them. But they were so sweet. They were so nice. They still are very nice to me, and they really treat me like their own daughter. But that day when we met them, we were kind of like tippy-toeing around because we didn't know what was okay to do and what wasn't. So we didn't kiss on the first day we met. I think it was like a week or two after, but like just some things we were kind of very careful, like even holding hands, hugging. We did share a blanket. Remember when we were watching a movie with everyone?
Yeah, the whole family.
Yeah. And we thought it's innocent.
We thought it was okay.
Yeah, we just thought, we're all in the same room, it's okay, Mom.
Which is okay.
Mom brought it
it's
up.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Like, now we understand after being
Yeah, we get it now, but it just still like experiencing all that and not knowing what was okay and what was okay to do. I love my family. They're mine now. My family too now. We do a lot of yard work, a lot of gardening. I never had to do that back home. My dad did it all. Mom teaches me a lot of new things. Like she taught me how to make bread, and after that I could not stop making bread.
Yep.
Baking stuff.
Cakes. Pastries. Desserts.
Now we're getting into soaps, which is that we really enjoy.
Yeah, it's really
making
cool.
soap. Canning. I love canning. She taught me how to can. So I've canned tomatoes, I've canned pears. I've canned zucchini relish. I've canned, oh yeah, grapes. Like jam. Oh yeah, jelly. They call it jelly, but jam. And I think that's it so far. I don't think I like the hot sauce. What are some cultural differences?
The one main thing I can think of would be family.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like the size of our families.
There's one thing so recently my grandpa passed away, and it was a shock to mom sharing Steven's family, but it was a shock to my in-laws that we have the body come home, you know, so that the family can spend just a little more time with grandpa before, you know, we bury him. And to Steven's family, that is like, I don't know how you would explain. Yeah.
With that process of bringing them home, having them sit there for a little while. For my family, it's weird. So we've had several family members pass away. I don't have any grandparents left. They all passed away. Well, the last of them passed away almost 11 years ago to the day. This one's actually really good. But we never brought them home. We sent them to Walmart. They were put in their caskets, wrapped up, and that was it.
ASMR.
What are you doing?
ASMR.
No. But yeah, it was kind of interesting just to see how they organized the house, how they got curtains and a few things strung up. We would never do that here.
It looked really nice though.
It was very beautiful. The man was green though.
Baby!
What?
Say that about my grandpa.
He was a good man. That's what I meant.
Mama, if you're watching this, were your families supportive?
Yes. This is gonna be a quick one. Yes. Both the family was like, "Yes, get married."
Yeah. No, it was make babies. I literally told my family about Steven the week we started talking online. And then, like, my mom was really happy. My dad, he was like, okay, but at the same time, he was like, oh yeah, that's why Steven proposed at Botanical Gardens, because the roses. And that week when I told my parents about Steven, my dad said, I think I still have the video. He said, tell Steven you're like a rose. If he doesn't pick you now, you'll be gone forever. That's what he said. And then I was like, oh, like my dad's being so cute. But really, I just been on the market for too long. That's it. He's been wanting grandchildren for a while. So that's the real reason. No, but my dad loves Steven. How did we last?
How did we last? How did we make it? How did we make it last these 4 or 5 years now?
I would say we still dated.
In our own unique way.
I feel like a lot of people think negatively on long distance relationships because you don't have the luxury of physically being with the other person. But
you can't see their facial reactions, so you're just kind of guessing with their tones and
especially when it comes to texts and you read the message out of context.
Oh yeah. Like, I love you. I hate your guts.
Okay, that's dramatic.
No, but that's sometimes how it could be.
We would have FaceTime dates, and it was always on Saturday for me and Sunday for Steven.
No,
No, Sunday for me,
Saturday
Saturday for you. Yeah. We just did it like any normal date except during FaceTime. So I think, what was our first one? I think
wasn't it a spa date or
a painting date.
Spa date.
We did a spa date. We
Movie
did
date.
Movie date, which
Book reading
we
date.
used a website called Scene, right?
Yeah. SCENE, I think.
Oh, Cena.
Cena,
Cena. SCENER.
Used
Yeah.
to be free.
Is it not free anymore?
No, you have to pay for it. That's why we stopped using it.
Okay. So yeah, movie date. We made vegan brownies, which were so good. My family loved them. Sometimes it would just be like, we'd have each other on the phone, but do our own thing. Together, we would work on our spiritual well-being. We'd fast. Occasionally, let's be real, occasionally read the scriptures. Not all the time, but we should have. Just preparing ourselves for the temple and, getting married.
Make sure you do have some sort of religion in your relationship. Because it'll make you happier. It'll make you, draw closer, honestly.
Yeah, that's literally how I knew that Steven was the one for me. The week we met and we were talking, you get the sense of if this is gonna last or not. I wanted to draw closer to God. I wanted to strengthen my relationship with God. That definitely helped me. That ultimately helped us get through the long distance.
So the next question we have is, what was it like dating someone on the other side of the world that doesn't get brain freezes and loves
That
spicy
is
stuff?
not the question.
Yeah, what was it like dating someone on the other side of the world?
You just want to talk about yourself. It was very different and difficult, but very possible. Did you just Someone is dying for attention over here. Now he has to hold his mic for the rest of the YouTube, for the rest of the clip. Long distance relationship is hard. Like I say this all the time, it's hard, but with the right person, it's worth it. We didn't really have a lot of tiffs to be like, to call it quits. I didn't treat it like it was long distance. Like I still made it
Honestly,
as if we were right next to each other.
in my mind, I always thought that Maxine was, she wasn't the closest, but like she was down maybe a couple hours away. Like I could just go see her. It never really felt that she was in a different country until I flew out there. But then when I came home, I felt like she was just a couple hours away. I'd go see her whenever.
Yeah.
And we were just talking back and forth, and really that was about it. I mean, yeah, it's hard to... Are you okay? She doesn't do well with spicy stuff. I really like spicy stuff. I didn't think that one was that hot.
Okay, we get it.
But
That is my tongue. No sugar. I can have this one. I'm diabetic, guys. Type 2.
looking back, I never really thought of it as, oh, she's in a completely different world and in a different country. She's so far away. I just thought as, yeah, we'll see each other sometime.
Yeah.
We'll be together. We can FaceTime, we can Skype, we can text, we can call, we can do everything. And Maxine, she added a little bit more spice to my life. And
you know what I mean?
baby. It felt right, honestly. Like we haven't had a huge fight. We understand each other. We talk. If there's a disagreement, we'll give ourselves space for a minute before we come back and say, okay, look, I was wrong. Granted,
Yes, you were wrong. Yes, you were.
Yeah.
You were wrong.
We're still best friends. She's my best friend in the entire
His
world.
only friend.
Shut up.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like you said, we do have disagreements, but we've never... Just because we haven't had a huge, crazy fight doesn't mean like
It's
we're
not
not relationshiping. We're not marriaging the way that everyone else is. Everyone's...
Is that a word?
It is now. Bringing long distance relationship, and I know, like, I knew going into it would be hard, but it can also be so easy if you avoid doing things that will create conflict. Like, I have so many friends, so many people who wake up and be like, okay, I'm gonna start an argument today. Like, I'm gonna do this and be like, we're gonna fight, we're gonna get into an argument because I'm bored. Like that, I stayed way far away from that kind of stuff, because it's like, what is the point of starting an argument because you're bored or for fun? Like, what does that do for you and your relationship? Like, how does that help?
It just feels like you do it sometimes.
It's different when married now. Yeah, let's go to the questions before we...
Okay, your turn.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh.
Before we just spout off for a few minutes.
Yeah, because like there's so much to say, there's so much to share.
Of course I get this one.
What was your biggest fear during long distance dating?
My biggest fear was that she would lose interest in me and find somebody else. Yeah, it's like you either get stood up, you're heartbroken, or they lose interest and you're just like, okay, well, my biggest fear then was that Maxine would find somebody else. And
That's why he ghosted me. You did!
yes, for
Steven ghosted me.
to see if I had feelings for her that were sound. I could not last more than a week without talking to her. Mm-hmm. Felt like an eternity.
Because I was like, when that happened, I was like, okay. And then I just didn't message you.
Yep, nothing happened.
Yeah, because
talking.
I knew he would come back. I knew. No, in my mindset, I knew, in my heart and soul, I knew that Steven and I were meant to be. And him ghosting me, I was like, okay, this must be a test. And so I let it happen. I was just like, okay. I didn't message him, didn't call him. It was just radio silent. And he was messaging me, and I wasn't replying.
She's like, nope, we're done.
Yeah. And
Goodbye. We're done.
yeah, and it was about to hit Christmas. And then, yeah.
No, it wasn't.
It was. I remember.
It was August.
I'm the one that got ghosted.
You're right. I'm wrong.
Yeah. And so he came back like I knew he would. And then he was like, will you be my girlfriend?
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, I'll think about it. And I did think about it.
You did for a long time.
Yeah, I was like, I wasn't saying.
And then December, right after Christmas, she finally said, yes, I'll be your girlfriend. And that's where it went.
You gotta let them hang, girls. You gotta let them taste their own medicine, what they're getting into.
All right, so my last question.
Your last
What
question.
was your worst dating experience? This is before we met each other. And I got a story for everybody.
What?
I'm not going to share any names, but I will say there was food that was promised.
A couple times.
Yes, a couple times. But this one, food was promised and we were supposed to cook. That never happened. So, I go. It was like an hour and a half away.
This was when we were talking.
Yeah, this was
when we were talking.
When we were first talking, getting to know each other. This was before I asked her to be my girlfriend. Before
this was
anything
This
happened.
was like a month or two after we met online.
Yeah, this was a month or two because we were still in that friend stage.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out everything.
Not to me though.
Oh yeah, you've moved quick.
Boy, you the one that was on another date while I was in the back like waiting. Oh, he must be just at a YS activity. Nope.
No, that sucked. So anyway, going back to it, I drive an hour and a half away because there was food that was promised. It's like, oh yeah, we'll have food, we'll make food. Vegan food. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'd love to look at the recipe book. I'd love to get an idea. It sounded like this was going to be a party because people were away and said that there were going to be other people there. Neither of that happened. And I was like the entire time it just felt like, okay, I should not be here. I need to go. Food was promised, no one delivered. I'm out.
No food.
I was trying to contact my family in Morse code to get out of there. I needed somebody to call me and just save me from this burning disaster.
I told him.
Yeah,
told him. I was like, it sounds like a trap, like a food trap. And he was like, no, it's friendly and there are going to be other people there. And I said, boy, I'm telling you right now, that girl likes you. Yeah. She got a crush on you. And he was like, do. Like how he didn't read me flirting with him. He didn't read this. He could not see that this girl was into him.
Yeah. But if you're dating and there's no food, get out
run.
of there.
Are you in? Run. This was my worst date because I met him online, as you do these days. And for me to meet someone online, I do not go on dates like the week I meet them. Like I need like a good month at least, or 3 weeks to get to know them, then go on a date with them. And this one guy was like non-stop messaging me asking to go on a date. I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that, but you know, it has to be like public. Like we need to go to like out for dinner or like lunch, whatever. And then for another 2 weeks, it's like, let's go to dinner. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I'll let you know. It was just, I wasn't busy or anything, but it's just like, it just takes me a while to get to plans. And so I was finally like, okay, like let's go to dinner. I go to this place that he tells me to go to in Sylvia Park. It's a nice restaurant. We meet, we sit down, we order, and pretty much the whole, I would say an hour I was there was no conversation, like nothing. It was like small talk, but very little small talk. It was just like eating. And
real quick on that, she hates small talk.
I do.
Whenever I tried it with her, I knew she was pissed off because she would not entertain it. And I was like, okay, well.
I wasn't pissed off. I was just like, if you're gonna do small talk, I'm just not gonna reply. Yeah. Very basic, very boring. And you know, him inviting me to dinner, he was like, you know, I'll pay for dinner, blah, blah, blah. To make it worse, there were girls from high school there, a long table, I would say 12 seats of girls from high school. And like, I know they saw me with him and they were probably like, oh, look at her boyfriend. They don't have a good relationship. They're not talking. No, it was just a date. Oh. Pays for his stuff only. Looks back at me and then I'm like, boy, are you for real? Like, are you serious? Like, food trap. He was just waiting around for something to happen. I don't know what. And he said, oh, I Ubered here. And he literally lived, I'd say 10 minutes around or 15 minutes around the corner. And I was like, oh, like I felt bad. So I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, if your Uber's not coming or isn't gonna be here soon, I can just drop you off. And he was like, oh yeah, okay. Like that was the most vocal he has been throughout the whole day. We get in the car, I take him home, and then we get to his driveway, and then he says, oh, like, thank you, unbuckles his, and then while he's unbuckling his seatbelt, he leans in for a kiss.
Try and get to first base on the first date.
Without, you know, but who does that? who does that? And I'm like, that was the worst day for me. And I was like, good night. And then got out of the car. Thankfully, he wasn't like crazy and wasn't like, but yeah, that was the worst date for me because like, ain't no way am I gonna kiss you. I don't even know you. I didn't even get to know you properly on the first date. So it was like, some men.
You're in trouble.
Yeah. Anyways.
So, with that, thank you guys for
you.
watching. If you made it this far, you know we're crazy, but we have some pretty good stories.
But yeah. So. No, thank you for watching. If you got this far, thank you. This is our first video. Yeah, we will try every Wednesday. No, we will. We will upload a video every Wednesday.
Special videos can be on Saturdays, which will be shorter.
Our next video that we'll post might be on Sunday, but keep an eye out. Subscribe and like, and what's that little alarm thing you guys have to turn on so you're notified when we post? Yeah, click that. And our next video will be a shopping vlog kind of thing. Yeah. Remember?
No, I actually
He doesn't remember because now he's working on Saturday.
Yeah, which is true.
And we're still gonna vlog.
Yep. Well, hope you all have a good night. Remember, like, subscribe, share, comment, do whatever you'd like.
Tell us any questions you guys have for us in the comment section below.
Yep.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Welcome.
We're not going to eat tonight, just FYI.
The longer you take.
I'm trying to take this seriously. Let's just be ourselves. Just be like, hey, welcome to our channel.
Okay, ready?
Hey,
welcome to our channel. Yeah.